What's up? So, got this engine I gotta build for somebody. It's supposed to be a Tillotson block, but apparently this was, a friend of mine bought this as a Tillotson motor. It's the one with the blue pole start. It's a 212 and a Hemi head. But apparently these aren't even Tillotson. They're Dakar. You can see in there. Oh, let's get a light. It's crazy. We thought he got ripped off, but this damn light. Oh, it's a Dakar block. It's obviously not Tillotson because it's not marked up here or nothing either. Anyway, we are going to make this into a 224. You get a 58 millimeter crank, and you got the rod, you got the piston, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark all this out for clearancing. Let's see if we can get the light right over here. I don't know why everything's got to be so damn dark. See if this light will help. That's a little better. Alright, so we're going to stick the rod, there it is. I'm going to stick the crank in. We're going to assemble the rod to the piston with no rings. But we're going to put the bearings and all in. And we're going to stick it in there and dry fit everything in. So I already threw the bearings in. I'll put a little bit of oil on these. And we're just going to snug them down onto here. I'm not going to crank them down because all we're doing was checking the rotation and seeing where it's going to hit. So this is the piston he got. I hope that rod's the right length. I hope it's not too short. Nice little flat top. Alright, she goes in. Cylinder bore looks okay. Not too much wear in there. Get this wrist pin in. Get that connected. We're not going to put the rings in because we want this just a free spin in here while we're checking the clearance. It's just easier that way. Come on. Let's get a little oil. That's bar and chain. I don't want that. I want regular motor oil. Do I got regular motor oil? I keep knocking shit over. I don't. Oh, there we go. That's regular motor oil. Steal the lid off the bar and chain one. Later we'll use assembly lube for our final build. A little oil in there. Wrist pin in. A little lubed up. Make sure it don't hang up. Looks good. Alright, so need some more tools. That'll do. Stick one of our wrist pin clips in. Make sure it clears that hole there. Nice. Make sure it's always pointing down. Come on. Spin that in there. Spin that in. Make sure there's nothing hanging out there. Alright. Put a little oil on the bearings so they just don't get marred up and stuff like that. Our final assembly, we're going to use assembly lube. You can use oil if you have to, but I have assembly lube. I'd rather use assembly lube. Stick our piston down. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass because I am using a chest mount. My phone is actually strapped to my chest, so I use for riding videos. So I gotta keep checking the camera position on top of trying to work. Drop it down. Get our cap in there. Yeah, I already installed the bearings too, so. Oh, come on. Stay the hell in there. Alright, so let's see if I zoom in it a little easier. No, nope, zoom out, zoom out. It's a little easier. You can see what the hell I'm actually doing. Put our bolts in. We're just going to run these down snug. Yeah, see, this, I'm off camera all the time with this damn thing. Just going to run these down snug, so I'm not going to oil these yet. But when you run these in, you put these bolts in, you're going to want to oil this and around the washer. This way you get a proper torque spec. Let me zoom out a little bit. So it keeps throwing it off, throwing the camera off. I imagine I'm going to have to do a lot of clearancing. It's going to be a nice pain in the ass for me. I hate doing this shit. I probably will never build another 224. Because of that. Just snug that up. Just snug that up. Good enough. Good enough to make our marks. Alright, so here comes the fun part. We get our paint marker. That's the one I want. Yep, that's the one I want. And we're gonna go in and try not to block the camera. Alright, so our first point is right at that block. We're gonna mark in that right where our dipper hits. So right about there on that leading edge. That's going to be our first hit point. Now we're going to check up in here. Let's see if I can position this on me a little better. Oh wow, that clears. And that clears. Huh. It's real close on the roof. Now it's a little different. This block's a little bit different than the block I used. The Predator 224 is also a decar block. And I took out material here, material down here, here, and up here. Something's telling me I mean, it is touching there. This crank is out of a... This crank is supposed to be out of a Predator 224. I'm probably going to take a little out of here. I'm probably going to take a little out of here because you want about 30 thousandths clearance. It's not touching, but we're going to take some out anyhow. Up top there, we're probably going to take some out. It's already kind of marked, so we'll do that. I'll take some off that roof. I'll mark that just underneath. Take some out of there. Okay, I'm gonna mark in there. Right there. Yeah, right about there we'll take out. And if I ever take my 224 apart, my Predator, which I'm sure I will, I'll show you. I'll show you where I took out. This one is clearing though. This is weird. I swear I had hits there. I had hits there and up there on mine. But okay. Is what it is. On top of it, I had the counterweight hitting the cam too. But what we're gonna do real quick is, because this can be moving up and down, we'll put our tool on, our handy dandy fucking OMB tool, if I can find it. Because God knows where the hell I put shit anymore. There's a fucking tool at. There it is. This is for such things, checking clearances and stuff like that. This one's only good for Hemis and clones because of the cam journal. A regular Predator 212, the cam journal's bigger. But I don't do too many of them engines really. I tend to stick to the clone blocks and stuff like that. And what this will do is it'll keep that crank where it's actually supposed to be. So now, get some light in there. You adjust it. So now, I know what's going to be taken out. I'll do is I'll probably take a little off the dipper there and a little off the block also, because I don't want to take too much out of the block, because that's definitely hitting. I swear I had to take some out down the bottom too, but I'm an old fuck. I can't remember shit anyhow. I'm going to take a little out of the top of that and up there. So, alright. I swore I had to take out some down there too. Man, I'm really curious now. It is what it is. And piston sticking out just a little bit. So hopefully I got the right gasket for them. This thing's going to have a lot of compression. I believe the head he's got is a 14cc combustion chamber. That's up for another video. It's the same head that's on my daughter's that I blew up last week. And I started to source out. It could have cost me like $40 to fix that head. Go Power Sports sells the valves. OMB doesn't. I don't understand why. They sell. I got the damn head from them. But it is what it is. Alright, so we're going to knock that out and start grinding. The ratchet the right way. This video here is probably just going to be on the bottom end because I'm going to port and polish the head, and I'm going to try to do a video on that, but it's really hard to see what the hell I'm doing inside the head. But I could give you an idea. It's kind of tedious, but I can give you an idea of how to port the head. Also, after we get this all knocked out, come on piston. After we get all that knocked out, I'll drop that. What we're gonna have to do is clearance this and the cam. Hopefully it clears. I swear to God. You know what? I wonder if it's because I used a 20 thousandths longer rod with a different piston, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. But let's get this grinded out. Let me get set up and I'll be back. Alright, so got our grind marks in there. I did the grinding off camera because who the hell wants to watch that? Just use a regular ass grinder from Harbor Freight. I'll show you that a little later. Took some out of there. Took some out of there, and out of there. And what you want to do too is try to smooth, no jagged edges, as smooth as you can, so that it doesn't start any cracks or anything anywhere. Also, tape the bearing up. And make sure the block is completely clean and clear of oil. My dumb ass forgot about I oiled the cylinder. Forgot about it. And it just collected in there. No big deal though. Ain't nothing little brake clean won't handle. It won't fix up. So, let's give a look-see and check and see how she clears now. Alright. Put our crank in. Drop our piston back down. So this is a pain in the ass part. Can never get that right camera angle. See, I can keep moving the damn camera, looking at the camera, looking what I'm doing. I'm probably gonna fuck something up because I'm not paying attention. So what the hell is the point if you can't learn off the damn video? Try to show you all my tips and secrets because I'm not a shithead. A lot of people act like they got all these secrets and tips and they don't want to tell you, and people tell you misinformation. At least you can see firsthand here that it actually works. Should have an electric 1/4-inch ratchet right about now. After you do all your clearance in your final cam, block, everything, clean the shit out of everything. I don't care if you got to use 3-4 cans of cleaner. Clean everything. Don't just blow it out. You got compressed air, that's great. Brake clean, carburetor clean. Any kind of parts clean solvent. Just make sure everything's clean, because that shit will tear bearings up. And cylinder walls. Speaking of that, for you guys out there that run no air filter, yeah, it's like running dirty oil with metal in it. That dirty air coming in is just ripping your cylinder walls to shit. So I don't understand why people do that. I guess they think it's going to go faster that way. It's really not. It actually throws the air fuel mixture off. So let's put this on so we're accurate. Let's grab the crank. Plenty of clearance there. Clearance up there looks good. Maybe I can get a better shot that way. I'll turn the crank from the front. Clearance there. That's clearance in there. I feel like a fucking idiot the way I'm trying to do this. We got a nice gap there. You might not be able to see it on camera, but there's a nice gap there. Cool. Alright. That's clearance. Now, we got to get the cam and check that out. And I'm going to show you how I do that. So we got to pop this back off. Leave our assembly together. He's got Go Power Sports Hot 265. Which I'm kind of suspecting is a Dynacam Super X 265, but I don't know, haven't checked. Come on. I actually want to check into that, see if it's the same thing. I like the Super X 265, which is the cam I'm going to be putting into my daughter's. Had a CL 265, I think it was. It's actually a $40 cam I got from ARC. Get some of this oil off. Apparently these numbers on here don't mean shit neither, because they get these from the manufacturers, I don't know, from China or whatever, apparently, and weld and recut their own lobes. Some shit like that. More than likely we'll be taken out of there. Or there. But we're gonna, let's clean this cam off. I'm gonna show you why I need to clean. Well, we're gonna be grinding on it too. So, I'm gonna show you how I determine where it's gonna hit. Get all that Earl off of there. Some compressed air. My compressor's running, but this is the grinder I use. It's a Harbor Freight, Chicago Electric. And I got these fat grinding discs on it. I get these from a parts supplier. I don't know where he gets them at, but let's see. There's the part number. 60 grit. Get out of here, cat. My damn cat. It's being put on punishment. She shit twice on my counter. I'm not having that. She's a spiteful little bitch. Alright, now we're gonna get some painter's tape. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put tape around this shaft here. We'll put tape there, and more than likely this one's going to clear, but we got to put tape on this one. You just put it, you just put it off this side like this. This is why you got to clean it up so the damn tape sticks. Now see, the tape don't want to really stick. You can also use electrical tape on this too. But what this is going to do, yeah, it's not sticking too well. When it comes around, either the rod may hit this, or the counterbalance, counterweight will hit the tape and leave a mark. This way, we know we got a grind there. So let's put it. Let's drop the cam in. Make sure our marks are lined up. Put the Dizzler back on. And I'll try to get you in there. We'll see what happens. Get some light in there. What the shit? That's crazy, because that counterbalance weight clears. I'm hoping this is actually a 58mm crank. I'm thinking it is because it is hitting. It's hitting right on the cam right there. We're going to keep doing that and make a nice mark. We're going to do it on the side too. So we'll leave a mark in the tape. This is probably going to be the easiest clearance job I ever did. That's weird because I actually took off on mine. I had to take some off of this. I had to take the edge off the cam, and that was only a Mod 2 cam. I had to take a little bit of the edge off the cam. You know what? I put the tape on the wrong side anyhow, because I'm an idiot. It's supposed to be on the other side. Doesn't matter. It clears. The tape was supposed to be on this lobe, but, you know, I'm a little slow today. Getting slower and slower in my age. And the anxiety doesn't help neither. Alright, so let's see what kind of marks we left. Alright, so we got a little mark there. See that little mark there? Just fucking camera would focus, and we got a nice mark there. So basically we're going to take off on these two flat sides. So we don't have to take off any there. We don't have to take any off of there. or there, just these flat sides. Alright, so now what we're going to do, since this shit don't want to work out too well, don't want to stick, ain't got to touch the lobes, so take some black tape, tape them up just a wee bit. Come on, you fucking jackass. Clean the shiv and it still sticks. Just tape them up a bit. Now when you go to grind, you'll be protecting the lobes. I can't even get a fucking word out today. So I'm gonna go do that and see what the result is. Right back. Alright, so got our cam grinded up, and what we had to do is we took material off of here and off of here. I know it looks like shit, but it'll be fine. Now I had to take a little material off the cam right there. My God, I wish this piece of shit would focus. Right along there. It'll be fine. I've done this a couple times. It'll be fine. I mean, a lot of people will be freaked the hell out about that. But what happens is, when it comes around, let me see if I can zoom in on that. Zoom, no. Oh, man. When it comes around right to there, that little point on the rod hits the cam. So I kept dry fitting and dry fitting, and well, the tape that was on there also left a nice mark, so it's good to have the tape on there. That little piece was hitting. Usually it's on the other side. I believe it's usually on the intake side. This always hits, this counterweight. But not on this one. You know, it's going to show you every motor's different. So we're going to zoom out for one. Let's take our last piece of tape off. Come on. Damn tape off the cam. Let's drop our cam back in. Line the dot up. I wish I can get all this on camera. Oh, go to fuck in. Jesus Christ. Go the fuck in. There we go. What a pain in the goddamn ass. This damn light on. Nope. I had that light on. Alright. We can see in there. Now, I'm going to want to rotate this the way the engine rotates, which is counterclockwise this way, but clockwise on the other side. So we're going to spin the motor counterclockwise because on this side, because this is actually the way the motor spins on this side. That rod clears nice. And see, that lobe's coming right up on that piece. Part of the rod right there. Beautiful. Passes now. Alright, so we're going to do another dry run with this piece of shit on. Gotta remember, when you're clearancing, Got to make sure it's the way the engine is actually spinning. If you do it the other way, you know, it could, you might get false reading or whatever you want to call it. This one was relatively easy. The 224 I built for the General was a lot more clearancing. I think it's because of the rod I used. I don't know. I don't know if I used a longer rod. I gotta look the numbers up. Anyway. Yeah. Now see, now we have a problem. What the hell was hitting? Oh, it's because the cam wasn't in fully. Alright. We're spinning good. I'm going to have to check that and make sure. I'm going to have to check that and make sure. We're going to have extremely tight tolerances, which means I'm going to have to make sure the shimming on here is good. Which I'd do anyhow. Put the side cover on with a gasket. And we're going to spin it like that also. To make sure everything's good. This off. Let's get our side cover. That was all cleaned up previously. That's the head pins, side cover pins. The old gasket is good, so we're going to use that just for GP. A couple side cover bolts. We do our final installation, the new gasket will go on. Come on, you fucking jackass. I hope I still have crank shims. I should. Take your expensive snap-on ratchet and whack the shit out of it. Impact driver. It's kind of an awkward video. Making people dizzy walking around. Alright. That end play isn't that bad. If I had a dial indicator, I could figure. Move the slip motor side to side so that cam will move back and forth. We're still clearancing good. So I'm going to call that a win. I've been dreading doing that. I don't like clearancing. But I tried something different with them grinding discs. So I was actually happy with that result. This turned out pretty good then. Now we're going to tear it down. Tear it down and clean the shit out of everything. Get all the nasties out of there. Let's put them in there so you don't get banged up. Cam fell out. Yep, bang everything up. Cam back in its home. You see if I still have some crank shims. I should still have crank shims. Usually I use a disc like this for clearancing. This is a pain in the ass because it's real thin. But I tried these. I don't know where the hell you would get these at. My parts guy gets these for me. Got some RC car stuff up there too. I'm gonna do more videos on that shit too, because I just picked up a Armor Creighton used. The truck's not in bad shape. Had some work to do. And my brand new Outcast I got day before Christmas, my son completely destroyed it. But that was all in the video from last night. So I digress. I tend to do that. I don't know what you would call that. ADD, I guess. Shut them off. Because, you know, this camera likes to look like shit with light coming at it. This is just random shit for the most part. There we go. There's a crank shim there. There's a couple right there. Some billet lifters. These damn things are hard to find. If you find them, pick them up. Sometimes you gotta look through your stuff to see what you got. You might have some good stuff laying around. What are these for? 5.160s. I need a set of I don't know where the rest of this shit is. Push rods for this motor. What the hell I do with them? It's 5.26 is what I need. Don't mind me, my ADD's kicking in. I'm doing a lot of thinking today and mapping out a new motor for my daughter. .26, 5.26. These are ones, probably can't see that. They're 5.260. These are generally the chrome mollies that will work the best with damn near any build. These work pretty good. Oh, I got another set in there too. Alright, cool. I don't have to get any. Yeah, I usually keep some short ones, some long ones. You know what? Know why? Because I don't think I ever... The 224 doesn't have these in there. I didn't put chrome mollies in because it's only a Mod 2 cam. Alright. Let's check this out. We're going to go with one shim. I don't have a dial indicator. I don't need one. I'm pretty good with this shit. Get a good feeling for it, you'll know. Oh, come on. Come on. Fucking Christ. We'll start with one shim. Need our hammer. No, I wouldn't do this to a billet side case. I actually have like a tiny rubber mallet. Torque it to spec. That is nice. That will work. One shim will do perfectly. So, nice shimmed up. This way you don't have too much side to side. Our piston is slightly out of the bore. Let me see how much we're out of the bore. We'll try 10 thousandths. No, is that 10 thousandths? No, it's a 4. 8. 11. 10. This looks about 10 thousandths out of the bore. Let's see. We'll put it right up against there. Holy shit. I hope I'm going to have a gasket for this. This is too far out of the bore. Come on. Fucking thing's stuck. Wow. I'm up to 12,000. She's still out of the bore. This is going to be an issue. Let's go to 15 thousandths. This is really going to be an issue. I could still feel the edge. What I'm doing is I'm putting a feeler gauge next to the piston on the block and rubbing my finger across. If you could feel the resistance there, that means one or the other is too high. That piston's still too high. Well, it's not nearly, no, it's way too high. Let me shut my mouth here for a second. 20 thousandths. Let's go 20. Alright, so 20 is pretty smooth going across. 20,000 feeler gauge against the block. Rub your finger. It's actually probably more like 21. Man, this thing is way too far out of the deck. I really want to flush with the deck. It's 18, 19, 21. Let's try a 22. She's 22 thousandths out of the deck. Try both sides. Yep. That's a lot. She's a bit far out of the deck. So it's not going to be too much of an issue, just as long as I have a big enough gasket. I gotta check my gaskets. I was figuring an 18 thousandths head gasket would do it, but you probably won't be able to start this thing. 22 thousandths out of the deck. Alright. Let's go through my crap here. It's an 18. I don't remember what this is. Damn it, I don't remember what this is. Let's get a micrometer. Hopefully she still works. So, I know for sure this one's an 18. It's supposed to be an 18. I guess at full compression is 18. Let's do it on the outside edge. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing this right. 24. I think this is a 25 thousandths gasket. This is supposed to be an 18. Oh, there we go. It's right around 16. Alright, so I'm getting a different reading over here. Alright, that's about a 25 thousandths. This is probably a 30. Holy shit. One more than that. I don't know where the hell that came from. I think that's the stock 224 gasket, but it's brand new. If we have to use that, we have to use that. So it's going to be between them two. That's your 10. Let's try that real quick. Well, it says 11. The fuck was that out of? That's a 301. And these are 72 millimeter bore. $72mm. I don't know. Maybe it's 30. But that's for the 220, the 236 I built. Yeah, these are good old Briggs. Got a bunch of Briggs shit in here too. Junk ass gasket there. And what's this nice looking one? Yeah, that thing's fucking huge. 53. Alright, let's oh, wrong one, the millimeter. That's for a 70 millimeter. We can use one of these three. That's a pretty nice gasket. I wonder what the hell that's from. No, we want to do thousandths of an inch. That's around 55 thousandths. Maybe crushed down, maybe about 50. $48. So thickest to thinnest. So we got something that'll work. Probably gonna go with the bigger one because I believe the head has a 14cc combustion chamber, and it's going to be able to need pull start this thing. So we're going to check one of these out. Put these to the side. We'll use them on there. It's got cut the length push rods, which is interesting because I never did them before. I got to find out exactly how to cut them correctly. I believe a pipe cutter will work. Nice pipe cutter will clean it, make a nice clean cut. We got unmarked springs. Why the fuck don't they mark stuff? I could probably look them up. I think I told them to get 26s. I believe these are 26s. Nice clear valve cover. Bunch of OMB stickers. He's got gaskets here. That head gasket is entirely too thin. Here's the head. I believe these are 32s. We'll see if we could use them or not. he ain't got no keeps though. He ain't got no valve keeps. Oh, what the fuck? No valve keeps. He's got the champion rockers. I don't think these are 1-to-1. I think they're like, yeah, 1.0. Says it inside. So he's not going to get any extra lift out of that. That's okay. But we need retainers. He's got to get 5.5 retainers. Oh, there they are. Alright, cool. Retainers are in the box. This is the 32-28 head. That's the one on my daughter's too. I got to get a new set of valves for it, like I said. Go Power Sports has them. High compression, yeah, 14cc. I'm probably gonna have to use that big ass gasket because that thing is sticking way too far out. Nice fresh ass flywheel. Put our gaskets back in there. Some carb parts. Some other stuff. He's got some lifters there. I don't know if they're billet or not. Should be fine with the correct oil. They'll last. You got enough zinc in your oil, they'll last. I don't like reading. Reading makes my brain sad. Alright, so yeah, she's sticking out pretty good. So we're going to have to use a thick head gasket on this. I wish I knew where that head gasket came from. It's a nice gasket. We use the thick head gasket on this. Get all the flywheel lapped in. Tear it apart. Clean it. And start assembling the bottom end. And then on another video, I'm going to try to attempt to show you how to port and polish a head. You don't have to go crazy. I'll explain that in the video because a lot of people like to open them up like crazy. It really is not going to make that much of a difference. You can actually kill the flow by opening it up too much. But I'm going to show you what you can do to get better flow. So that's going to be it for this video. This video is just strictly to show you how to clearance for a 55mm crank, clear the block, and clear the cam. Next video is either going to be assembling the bottom end, or porting and polishing the head. And then hopefully we can start this thing. I should have everything here to start it. I don't know. His carburetor is a little on the shady side to me. I don't like them carbs, but we'll see. So yep, now it's a 224. Thanks for watching.